All right, so let's get it. LetItRain versus T-Sizz, Link versus Cloud. Who is the better swordsman right here? It's going to be interesting here because we have T-Sizz applying a little bit of range pressure with these projectiles and poking with that safe neutral air. And meanwhile, if you do not fastfall that appropriately, though, LetItRain has the easy response in an up B out of shield that is very quick. Back here into the side B, not quite going to work. Good DI by T-Sizz, and then applying some safe shield pressure, catching LetItRain, trying to drop shield and go aggressive here. Forward air is safe for LetItRain, though, and catching T-Sizz trying to jump over shield. Cloud's one of those characters where he has a no-fly zone. If you try to jump over this man anytime, he's going to go for that up B easily. Full stage control, we get a ledge trap situation right here. Rolls back, but he actually, it felt like he went a little bit too long. I don't think he was trying to get that extra dash. He was trying to just get to the roll distance and go with a forward tilt likely. Boomerang into forward air and then forcing the up B early with that bomb. But unable to get much at edge here, going for it all with that forward smash, instead getting the forward air to get full stage control. Again, the bomb setting LetItRain the other way from coast to coast. LetItRain manages to seize full stage control of his own with that dash attack, though. Great sneaky nair, getting just underneath the back air there from LetItRain. T-Sizz cooking with fire here, but unable to land the killing blow. Limit on deck, so we have to be prepared for that blade beam, and he turns around the wrong direction. You know LetItRain was aiming to get the back facing so that he can toss out the back air, and if it wasn't working, he can immediately be reversed with that neutral B, but instead, the tech flub leads to him losing that stock first. T-Sizz unable to play with his bomb as LetItRain takes it away. And then the unsafe dash attack doesn't lead to the safest of pressure here, but the down air does allow LetItRain to get back center stage. Force an edge trap situation, but he's been missing these back airs. It feels like he's tossing them out a little bit too late so that he's falling before the hitbox actually comes out. He wants to fall like as soon as the hitbox comes out so that it renders the move safe. And a little bit of a tech flub there on the fast fall, it looked like, and that has cost him quite a bit. Very smart by T-Sizz to stay in shield. You know, whenever Cloud runs at you, he doesn't get anything out of throws. If you're at 150, let him toss you. Forward air not gonna clean it up. I can hear the Cloud mains in chat mauling that this character cannot kill. It's a lie. LetItRain, he finally connects with the back air after messing up that other one at edge, and that will claim the stock. Back air not necessarily the strongest of kill moves, but when it's fresh, yeah, just toss it out. That move is safe, so you can just go and let her rip. And here is where the comeback starts. Basically, it feels like anytime a Cloud hits a limit move when they're down, they just are able to get so much out of it momentum-wise. It's just kind of like the power-up. Single hit of the side B, and then calling out the up B, immediately dropping into shield. Interesting option right there. Fall off down here? No, instead tries to go at edge, and that was a great beefy up B by T-Sizz, holding down so that his up B clips the corner and facing away from edge to send LetItRain into the blast zone. But if T-Sizz is able to stick at percentages up to like 160 like he was on the previous stock, then this could be a very difficult game from LetItRain. I feel like he has to make these edge traps count, but he just keeps getting snuffed out either by bomb or neutral air or projectile. He's always ever so slightly off. Only a weak hit of the dash attack, but the blade beam catching T-Sizz, breaking tumble with nair. You have to be really careful offstage against Cloud when he has limit. That projectile option, not usually a tool that you have to account for, but if you do not, that'll be an easy early exit. Gets the spike here, and then he gets the forward smash ever so slightly off, catching T-Sizz again, swinging out of disadvantage with a hitbox. Limit cross slash is terrifying in this situation, just trying to get that one opportunity to let her rip. And LetItRain gets clipped by the boomerang. He air dodges, doesn't grab edge, and dies for it. That tiniest of hitboxes from the boomerang spells this man's doom. What a way to end the match. A lot of characters have those returning projectiles that can clip through the stage, and it becomes really hard to keep track of them when they like disappear. You don't know what angle particularly they're going to head at. So I don't blame LetItRain for getting clipped there, but he immediately said, oh God, I've been hit. I must air dodge, or this might force me into a tech situation. I must tech. It did neither, and so he died. Speaking of which, that actually is probably my least favorite mechanic in Smash Ultimate. I hate that if you are at ledge and you directional air dodge, you just die with 99% of the cast. Miserable mechanic. But on to PS2 here. I would not be surprised if we don't see a change of pace here. This is one of those stages that's just pretty good for Cloud. He kills vertically, and then he can also mix up his recovery a little bit under the lip of the stage. So far, the damage differential here is working out great for LetItRain, but that limit not working out so great. Again, that's like the cloud trap of like holding onto it a little bit too long there and cause you to buffer the held option when you get it to toss out the blade beam immediately. Neutral air again. The reverse neutral airs have been working out so well from LetItRain. And then he's staying grounded to use that side B as a very big anti-air. Mistech into the bomb. Great setup right there from T-Sizz. The dash attack. He actually just like walked backwards just a little bit to give himself the perfect spacing to beat out T-Sizz's aggressive option. Unsafe shield pressure equals a good up B from LetItRain, but I do want to give a particularly good credit here to T-Sizz. He's SDIing and DIing the up B appropriately, so he's not getting hit with all 4 hitboxes of it. He's only usually getting hit by either 2 or 3. The bomb tricksiness into the up air. I like that from T-Sizz. His setups are really sick with this character. The problem really is that if they don't work, then it just feels like the damage differential between like the safe pressure that LetItRain's Cloud can toss out versus the like riskier stuff that T-Sizz's Link has to go for is just, it's kind of like illustrates the tier differential between these two characters. LetItRain with a dominant 2-stock lead so far. He's got limit. Oh, do it to him. Do it to him, LetItRain. Yes, sir. The second that T-Sizz ran off stage, he stopped DIing in. He stopped holding in because he understood that he was going to be given a suicide option. That man pre-planned that, premeditated homicide here from LetItRain in game 2. Scraping a little bit of the rust off perhaps because that was a hell of a way to end it. No character counter picks here from either player going into game 3. I do not blame that. It just feels like one of those where T-Sizz got off to an early deficit. He felt like he was pressured to go in on LetItRain and trying to rush down a Cloud that can then choose between being defensive and being offensive is never the spot that you want to be in. T-Sizz backing off right now. He's kind of using that soccer ball right there as a solid option where he'll just Z-drop it with the neutral air, just dare Cloud to come in. It's so terrifying there because you never know if he's going to detonate it, go for a grab, or just go for like item drop on your shield, which is usually safe pressure. Good get-up attack right there. Very hitting with the very edge of it. Down air, not quite going to clip the up B, but back air from T-Sizz. T-Sizz taking full control right here and getting an edge drop opportunity, but he goes for that bomb a little bit committal, a little bit slow. Resets it there with the up B, and that lingering neutral air eating that air dodge alive. LetItRain though, air dodge is up and in. Great option. And now the reversal is fully out. The blade beam forces out the double jump and then cannot get the down air though. Has to respect that bomb. Limit on deck. We're going to see the cross slash. No, the back air again just fastballing a little bit too much and doesn't come out. That may very well have clipped T-Sizz. At the very least, it would have been safe shield pressure. Dash attack stopped by that boomerang, and now LetItRain. Whenever he's dashing, it feels like he's looking for that up smash or the dash attack. He's basically saying, are you going to go ahead and come at me grounded, or are you going to come at me in the air? Yeah, that is a safe option. Forward air and back air from Cloud. Neither one of those are punishable unless the Cloud messes up or you've got just some of the fastest out of shield options in the game. And right there, he says it was a little bit too slow. Double back air and then going for the limit cross slash. I don't know if that'll kill it. Will the added rage. So LetItRain steals a stock right there with a double back air, reading the DI option on the recovery from T-Sizz. Is he going to do it again? He tried to the up. Yeah, I think if he be reversed, he might actually gotten it too. This man's got the choo-choo tag for a reason. It feels like whenever he gets a full head of steam, he comes at you like a fully loaded freight train. Falls out of the forward airs, LetItRain. He has an opportunity to go ahead and steal it there, but no, the fresh nair actually from T-Sizz, killing all the way across stage. That high percentage from LetItRain was enough for that normally combo tool to kill. Great spot dodge right there. That's one of those tools that against Cloud side B, it has a ton of end lag if it whiffs, but not necessarily if it's on shield. So spot dodging is a very useful tool after those. Try to get the limit charge at edge and then immediately dropped it, but not going to get it. Another spot dodge again from T-Sizz, changing up his defensive options and giving LetItRain a bit of a pause there. Not going to connect with the forward air. What is the get up opportunity? Oh, he spot dodged again, and this time the limit bails LetItRain out right there. The lingering hitbox claims the stock and sends T-Sizz down 2-1. a spirited match from both players. I definitely could have seen that gone either way right there. It felt like T-Sizz mixing in the spot dodges at the very end of it was a great way to change up his defensive options and present a new game plan that LetItRain had to deal with. And that is exactly what you want to do towards the latter half of Game 3, but it just felt like the explosiveness of LetItRain's Cloud could not be answered in kind by that link. So, great match right there, and that is just the first of